This is Ahri, the unfortunate cat girl tasked with the impossible goal of fully completing Final Fantasy XIV. Over the next several thousands of hours, I will collect every single achievement, complete every new raid, and min-max every piece of content that the game throws at me. Can I create the strongest account ever? No! Okay, yeah, I res them. Let's go! Summoner! Now take aggro! Take aggro! I don't deserve this death! I don't deserve this! I deserve better! I deserve better! I deserve better! You can't kill me! Me step over! Hello, it's me again. Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of the Achievement Hunting series. It's been about 2 or 3 months since I've made a new episode, but I am more than happy to be back doing these. We had a couple developments in my life over the last few months. Obviously, Dawntrail released, and that was a big commitment in and itself, doing all the new content and being on top of all of the new patches, as well as getting ready for Savage. In addition, I have also moved in real life, so I had to leave my childhood home and take up residence in a new area that's closer to family, so pretty happy about that. But enough about me. We're back, and we are still very much in it to win it for this achievement hunting series and getting our way to rank 1 on our server. With the release of Dawntrail, me and my friends actually cutscene skipped the entire thing in basically 24 hours. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hold on. Cutscene skipper, all that. Relax. I have another character that I did the MSQ on to completion, read all the stories on stream. It's fine. I'm a reformed cutscene skipper. So the reason why I do all the skipping on my main is because I usually shoot for very fast clears, whether it be like an extreme or a raid tier, things like that. It's just something that I value and like to do. So we were able to do the first 2 extremes right away. With this being the first expansion to release, with me being an achievement hunter now, the way I went about it was a little different. So for starters, we went to the various maps around Tyrol and uncovered all of the maps, which gives us an achievement, as well as doing the shared fates, which also gives their own slew of achievements. It's pretty important that we are really thorough with the fates, because there is a long-term goal for doing 10,000 fates. So when it comes to grinding out things like the sugar glider mount that takes 500 vouchers from fates, it's important that we don't just buy that with Gil, because we're not really doing ourselves any favors to the 10k fates achievement. A lot of players, when a new expansion releases, will really make leveling a high priority. Even though at the time of recording this, I have since gotten everything to level 100, I actually took my time with it when Dawntrail came out, because I knew that there was a slew of jobs that I wasn't very passionate with, but I could double dip that leveling time by queuing in as jobs like Ninja, Bard. I just don't like them personally, but I would queue in on them into Frontlines and then switch once I'm inside of the front line. And so since we've been working on the PvP goal on the side, if any of you are wondering how I did my leveling, I actually just did a copious amount of PvP. We'll talk about PvP a bit more later, but since most people ask me, oh, how's your leveling going? Or how many level 100s do you have? I just did PvP for mine. So despite the slew of new content, I've also been remaining vigilant with some of our old projects, particularly with the crafting achievements. I'm still doing all of the unique crafts as well as the unique leaves. We did Alchemist, Culinarian, and then now Weaver as well as Carpenter are being completed. So the goal is, by early 2025, I want to be completely done with all unique leaves in the game and basically just be stuck on some of those really long-term grinds. Another thing that's kind of unfortunate about leaves in Dawntrail is there are achievements for completing 135 unique leaves, and due to the distribution of leaves throughout the game, it actually means that for us to get our achievements, we actually have to do additional large-scale Ishgardian leaves per job, which basically means that the 7+ year time gate only got bigger with this expansion. In addition to leaves, we've been working on treasure maps. I only need 2 more Aquapolis clears now. So we're sitting at 18 out of 20 on that. That is the Heaven's Word treasure map dungeon. So I'll just probably bust that out on a stream here at some point and keep you guys updated on that. We also got a cactpot achievement, which is kind of nice because you can only use the jumbo cactpot once a week, and it is actually time gated, so it's one of the longer grinds in the game. So if you have any squadron items that give you additional MGP, or mayhap a FC bonus that gives MGP, it actually reduces the amount of weeks to complete this achievement. So I recommend using those boosts if you're an achievement hunter. On the topic of treasure maps, with Dawntrail, there is a new treasure map dungeon from the Brackskin maps. On stream, we actually busted out all 20 of those clears. I had roughly a 10% clear rate. I'm going to go ahead and post my a picture of my stats if you're interested on what my clear rate looked like for the Brackskin maps. But overall, pretty cool. We got a new mount from it as well, and we will be getting another treasure map probably maybe in 7.1, 7.2. I'm not sure, but it'll be like the roulette type map that spins around, and I'm guessing that will be unique to the final map of Dawntrail, kind of like how the Endwalker's Oviatoro skin maps were. So we'll have to see. We'll bust those out on stream when the time comes. So hey, maybe one of you guys will be in my party. So on the topic of PvP, Frontlines requires 3,000 wins, and there is 3 teams total. So in the event, you only have a 33% win rate, which is the average, I guess, for the average player. That would be 9,000 games of Frontlines. Frontline games usually take about 15 minutes plus or minus because of the pre-game startup, queuing for a match, waiting for people to accept the queue, so have you. So that's roughly a win an hour if you're only holding a 33% win rate. Now, luckily, due to playing with some friends as well as other premates, we have really juiced up our win rate quite a bit, and I love PvP. I'm starting to realize how SOL people are that hate PvP but actually plan on being achievement hunters, because this frontline grind is going to genuinely take years, even with a spiked win rate and playing a copious amount of hours. And we haven't even talked about Alpha Wolf yet. Alpha Wolf is 5,000 crystalline conflict wins, and we've been working on that diligently over on our live streams, so that's been pretty cool. With Dawntrail releasing, there was also some quest lines introduced for our crafters and gatherers called the Wachu Meki Meki quests. These are pretty decent forms of XP if you're still leveling those jobs, but they're also a decent form of scripts. Now, my intent for them is to get the achievements associated with them, and no, I did not skip the cutscenes. We also did the role quests that are in the same town of Tulialul, and each role quest also giving an achievement. And in addition to that, we also unlocked our mentor status once again. A long time ago, we started working on our Allied Society quests for Heaven's Word, as well as finishing up some of our Stormblood ones, and I am pleased to report that not only are all of the Heaven's Word Society quests done, but I'm also finished with Kojin, as well as the Kitari and Dwarves from Shadowbringers. I don't have footage of every single one since I had done a little bit of this right after Dawntrail came out, but the final Society quests that we're working on are now the Namazu and then just ARR. So those are coming along pretty nicely. Regarding Grand Company turn-ins, we actually are all done with everything except the Immortal Flames now. So we have started our final company, and we'll have to do another round of provisioning missions and everything associated with it. I had to wait before joining the Flames because I wanted to make sure that I got my 300 frontline wins with the previous company. But now that that is all done, and I'm even 300 wins into the Flames now, we're going to be staying with the Flames for a very long time, all the way to 1,000 frontline wins, as well as finishing these turn-ins. Another development that has happened between this episode and the last has been a very big focus on hunts, both hunt trains as well as S ranks. As some of you might recall, we did have a video that was heavily focused on this, and that has only increased since then. So the start of Dawntrail has several instances per map, which results in a mad dash for S ranks and people trying to knock out their 1k S ranks as fast as possible. And I am no exception to this. The data center travel feature seems to be a bit wonky as of late, and I'm hoping that they find a solution for congested worlds going forward. But until then, we have been utilizing the various worlds to get very ahead on our Dawntrail S ranks, as well as padding off some of our old achievements. So I'm hoping in the near future here, we can ding not just the Dawntrail ones, but wrap up those Endwalker and Shadowbringer ones as well. The problem is not only do I need those S ranks, but I also need to do Dawntrail A ranks. Now, you need 2,000 A ranks, which aren't too bad considering that communities run what are called hunt trains. The problem is if I front load those 2,000 hunts a little too fast, there's going to be more raid tiers throughout this expansion, and I would like to have access to fast tome capping, which means I could end up, doing extra hunts later, but we'll see when the time comes. For now, the hunt progress has been very good, and I'm looking forward to getting these done and getting the mounts associated with them. There's also a few other little odds and ends that I completed here and there, and I'm going to go ahead and show those as well. We did a few random gathering achievements that were based on which area you were gathering them. We did an island sanctuary achievement for grabbing the special items from the granary. We've been starting new custom delivery NPCs and finishing those every week. There was a summer event that we managed to pick up an achievement for. I don't believe it counts for the various websites that track achievements, but we're still going to do it either way. Another little project that we did was also doing the Blue Mage log every week just to get some extra teleport tickets, as well as chip away at some of those blue log achievements. And another thing that we started doing, which I think is really cool, and a big shout out to the Adamantoy's Hunt Train community, is we started leading our own hunt trains, specifically for A ranks. Now, I know we already talked about hunts, but this is a bit different because we were doing mostly the Shadowbringer and Endwalker trains, and it was a new experience for me, and the people associated with that and helping me get into things were very helpful and very kind. So maybe I'll be conducting one of your trains someday, who knows. But again, big shout out to everyone that helped me out with that. So now I wanted to review basically what it is that we are planning for the future. As we can see, we are a bit higher on the rankings for our server now. We're up to 34. A lot of the things that I've been working on aren't super efficient as far as like time to points is concerned. I don't know why my brain works this way, but I've been heavily focusing on the ones that take a longer time but don't necessarily yield the most points. And so that's going to be things like the PvP. We're going to have things like hunts in here, and we actually have like a pretty solid amount of hunt progress done. And so as these things start to come together and we get them all done, I actually have a lot of really easy things left to do too, but I'm kind of saving these. I don't know why. So what is that? 5 hunting logs amongst some other pretty chill things. The tank grind, which is completing things like dungeons or, extreme savages on tanks. I've actually been working on this in a more organic way, mainly doing my mentor roulette grind, which is like a side project where I'm trying to do literally 2,000 mentors on every data center. I've been playing tank a lot for that, and that's been helping me pad this out. I'm aware that there is a quote-unquote tank farm, which I might do eventually, but I don't really want to do it because, yeah, since I'm doing that many mentors anyway, I may as well just play tank for those, despite the high density of dungeons that you get. But all in all, we're going to be continuing to focus on these achievements. And then eventually I am going to go out of my way to, you know, focus on the smaller things like, you know, barding, songs. I have to manually input on this website which ones I have, which I haven't done yet. But the completionism doesn't just involve achievements. I want to get all the things. So I figured I'd just kind of show how things are looking in that regard since I know it's been a while. Obviously the goal is to, you know, get to one of those top spots eventually, but figured I'd just give a quick look over on how things are going. And you can look at my character if you want at any time. It's available on that website. And yeah, that's our plan going forward. We're going to keep busting out the PvP. We're going to keep working on those hunts, and hopefully before 7.1 comes, we can maybe squeeze out the rest of those Dawntrail S ranks. I don't know if we'll quite make it, but I'm pretty optimistic about how things are looking. Now, another thing that you may have noticed is that I have a new VTuber model. I debuted it recently, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. There's a couple of cool little knickknacks on it. I can have a similar hair to how I have in game now, as well as my favorite, the classic wicked glasses. So I figured I'd just kind of show this off a little bit and update you guys on where we're at and where we're going from here. So it's looking pretty good, and we're gonna see if we can get top 30 here soon. And after many months, we are finally going to pull the giveaway winner. Remember, if you want to enter this next upcoming giveaway, you just have to leave a comment down below. Let's see who gets it. Winner of the giveaway is Oswin Carver. Oswin, feel free to reach out to me in this video's comments on my Discord or in game, and we will get you hooked up with your gil. Thank you so much for entering. Big thank you to everybody for watching once again. I really do appreciate it. We are going to do the next giveaway, so make sure you comment below what your Warrior of Light's name is, and we'll enter you in the giveaway for a bit bigger one this time. We'll do 3 mil, just because I've been gone for 3 months, and then we'll pull the winner of that on the next video and get you your gil. Going forward, we are gonna branch out a little bit. There's a couple video essay type things, I guess you could say, or just my general analysis and thoughts on some of the PvP aspects of this game. So look forward to those. We're gonna do some discussions on that, as well as some discussions on Savage tiers and, you know, what I think would make the game better and things like that, if you want to listen to me yap. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to take a peek over at twitch.tv/AhriEffect. You can catch me live. But yeah, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you thought, what you're currently working on in game, or just enter that giveaway. So see you on the next one. Thank you so much, and bye for now.